Hi everyone, today's video is going to be an educational video on the topic of Diastasis Recti. So I've listed some of the common questions that some of you might be curious of. So if you're interested in knowing more about Diastasis Recti, do stay with me. Alright, first question here, what exactly is Diastasis Recti? So some of you might have heard of it, but some of you might be new to this. So diastasis recti literally means the separation of your tummy muscles, or also known as the rectus abdominis muscles. So that's where the name actually comes from. So how it develops, so actually during your pregnancy, your body releases relaxing hormones to prepare yourself for the delivery. However, it does not only affect your cervix, but it also affects most of the connective tissues in your body. And that leads to your tummy muscles being affected, as there are connective tissues within your tummy. So if you were to look into this picture here, it might not be so clear, but you can also look at on your own to see a clear view of it. So on this side, it shows a person without diastasis. So if you look through the muscles in your tummy here, they should be nicely close together. However, on this side, it's where a person has a diastasis. And if you look to the center part of the tummy here, you can actually see the separation. So this separation, or also known as the diastasis, it can happen at any part of the line, whether it's the upper, middle, or the lower part of your tummy. So a normal gap of a person without diastasis recti would be of 1 to 1.5 fingers. So anything that goes above 1.5 fingers, we'll consider that as diastasis recti. Okay, so here I'm going to show you a picture of the muscles that surrounds our abdomen. So there are 4 main muscles that we have here in our tummy. So the first one that I've already mentioned to you, that's your rectus abdominis. These here, right on top of your upper tummy, or also known as the six-pack muscles, that's your rectus abdominis. In short, we call it SRA. So beside these muscles here, on the sides of our body here, we have a pair of oblique muscles, and these can be separated into 2 as well. One is the external oblique, and the other one is the internal obliques. And one last one here, the number 4 muscles, it's the one that's deepest in our tummy. This is your transversus abdominis, or in short, we call them as TA. So if you do have this diastasis recti, what should you do? You might be wondering what to do. So first thing to do here, of course, is to strengthen your core. You might have heard of people talking about your core, but if you're not sure of it, I'm going to show you what it actually is. So core is not actually the whole of your abdomen. It's consisted of 3 main muscles here, primarily made up of your transversus abdominis, remember the deepest layer in your tummy just now, and then multifidus, that's your postural muscle in your lower back. And one last one here, the number 3 here, is your pelvic floor muscles. So these 3 muscles, they work together as your core, and that's what you want to strengthen. So while you're actually strengthening your core, you might also strengthen your tummy, but just to make sure, you want to avoid doing any exercises that is heavy on your rectus abdominis or your six-pack muscles. So the one on the red here is the one that you should not and should avoid doing if you have diastasis recti. Other than that, all the other 3 muscles, they are okay to do. Okay. So you might be wondering, how long does it take for this diastasis gap to actually close? So there is no specific time frame where everyone should heal from this diastasis, but there are studies that show that the gap can actually close within 3 to 6 weeks. That's the fastest that it can go. I personally also have seen people who have diastasis of about 2 to 2.5 fingers, and they actually close up to 1 to 1.5 fingers within the time of 6 weeks. So the time frame of how fast you actually recover from this diastasis really depends on how severe the gap is, or how long have you already had this, and how much of exercise you actually work on. And the exercises should be the ones that are correct to do. Alright, so one more last thing here is, now that we know all the information about diastasis recti, now it's time to find out if you actually have it or not. So you can also follow me if you want to. I'm going to show you the simple step to do it. So what you need to do actually is just lie down on your back. Come and join me if you want to check out. So just lie on your back. Keep your knees bent to start off. So hands can just go by the side of your body here. Inhale first. As you exhale, starting to come into this little bit of a crunch. Bring your chest off from the floor. From here, we're going to check two parts of your tummy. We're going to separate it into your upper tummy and lower tummy. So once you crunch up, make sure you hold the contraction to your tummy. Get your fingers here to place it in this direction. Start to press in deep. You want to start on the belly button and work your way up. So from here, if you do have any diastasis, you want to make sure you feel how deep it is and how much of a gap there is. So you can actually use your fingers to count from here. Alright, and then come down again. Have a quick rest first. From here, inhale again, exhale. Starting to come up. Hold it there. This time we're going to check the lower tummy. So go below your navel and start to do the same thing. So from here, check again and see. Exhale and come down. Alright. So after checking, you want to make sure you note down the date of when you checked it, and then how big is the gap and how deep is the gap, as well as how long or how far does it go. So you want to keep track of this because you want to see if the gap has closed after you're doing any of the exercises. Alright, so that's all for today's topic. If you have any questions, you feel free to ask us, and thank you for watching.